Hey, what is up, guys? It's Brendan here, and today we're going to be taking a look at Picktime, which is an online free appointment scheduling and booking app for you to use in your small business. Whether you want to accept payments, set up appointments with your customers, do sales reporting, as well as customer and team management, that's what Picktime is set up for. Again, as you can see here, simplified scheduling for everyone. Now, I have covered them in my best of video for online booking and appointment apps, so I figured I would do a deeper dive into Picktime, giving you a little bit more information about it, taking a look at the back-end dashboard as well, showing you how to get started with Picktime, and just giving you a brief overview of what the software actually looks like and has to offer on the inside. So this is, again, Picktime. Now, if you are interested in trying out Picktime, again, I will have a link down below in the video description if you do want to go ahead and check them out. Again, some of those links down below in the video description are affiliate links, which is a great way to help out and support the channel. And without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at Picktime. So, of course, Picktime is a appointment booking app. Again, you can book appointments, set up class bookings as well, set up, rooms, venues, and really maximize booking different places. So it's not just for online appointments, but also physical event spaces and things like that as well. So Picktime's a little bit more flexible compared to a lot of the other different appointment scheduling software out there, because they sort of have that flexibility between the different types of bookings that you can set up. So again, enough of the, reading through the homepage and whatnot in terms of what they have available. Again, you can sync different calendars, accept payments, deposits, again, different types of meeting rooms, location management. So without further ado, let's go ahead and actually dive into the software. So as you can see here, this is the page you will be greeted with when you go ahead and get signed up with Picktime. As you can see here, it will drop you down here on the calendar. Now, they will also ask for your business name and address and different information about your business. So be sure to have that information ready when you're ready to go. Now, of course, the default business I always label is just Joe Schmo for tutorials. So we're going to go ahead over here to the overview section. Now, in this video, we're going to go through each of the different sections to show you exactly what it looks like, again, before you even need to necessarily sign up with the software, so you can get a good idea as to what it has to offer. So as far as the overview, as you can see here, you have your business selected there. You can see your total bookings, confirmed revenue. So this would be the total cost of the bookings, as well as projected revenue. You can see in here as well. That's the total cost of the future bookings, as well as, total revenue approximate there. Now, we currently don't have any bookings in here, of course, because again, this is just a test for tutorials. As you can see here, you also have like what would be upcoming. You have your activity feed, as well as going to the calendar. So now the calendar view is going to show you all the appointments that you actually have booked. Now, you can go in here and manually add in appointments. This can be a good way to do it if you are sort of managing the appointment booking side of things more in your business. There is a way to set up a booking page as well, but right now, this is just how you do it manually. So you can add in manual bookings. You can also add in new customer data here. So you can add in, first, last name, address, information, birthday, different notes about customers as well. You go ahead and add the location. So this is where you would have your different locations. So say you have maybe certain meeting rooms that you're setting up things with, or different team members as well. So you can also set that up here. So this could be a good option for maybe like salons or things where you're maybe setting up like a massage place or something like that, where you need to have like really specific bookings where you have different team members, different customers, different locations even, so you can really like drill down, because the more information that you provide in sections like this will then appear in your analytics and reports, so you can see like where revenue's at for certain types of bookings and things like that as well. You can also set the certain times and the duration. So if it's a 1 hour appointment, 2 hours, you can set that duration there, as well as specific booking notes. So as you can see here, this is, customer can view notes in their Picktime personal calendar. So if you're adding notes there, make sure it's, for the customer as well, so they can see that. You can also set up recurring. Now, the recurring setup is in the premium version. Again, this is taking a look primarily at the free version in this video here today. There are a few features that are in the premium version. So just bear that in mind if there are certain features that you're like, oh, maybe I do want the premium, or maybe I'd be okay with the free version as well. You also have a time blocker that you can block out certain amounts of time during your day. Now, by default, it will automatically block out the weekends, and it will set your hours from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. Now, you can go into your settings here and set up under your business details. Obviously, we have that there, account details, calendar preferences. So in terms of the calendar preferences, the first hour available is like 8 a.m. The view is then weekly. So you can sort of play around here with some of the other settings in terms of like if you want to allow overlapping bookings or off-hour bookings, things like that, or a timeline view. So you have the ability to sort of hide certain things if you want to do that, as well as the slot durations, like how many slots you have available. So you can go through there and edit those there as well within the overall business settings. Now, as you can see here, this is week to week, so you can also shift between the different weeks of appointments. Pretty straightforward there. You also can switch it to daily. So if you want to look at, all the details within a day or even total bookings for the month, you can also split that there as well. You can approve bookings too. So you do have bookings to approve. That's sort of like a booking approval section. The thing that I do like about this compared to maybe some other softwares is it is a bit more, dynamic in terms of control over the bookings. Like there's a lot of settings that you can, as you can see, in terms of what you're able to do. So now we're going to move into the customer section. So as you can see, this is where you would add your customers. All you have to do is then add your customer name, mobile phone number, email. As you saw before, there is more customer information that you can add to that as well. They do also have the ability to import and export customer data. So maybe you're coming from a place where you maybe used a spreadsheet or something like that. You can also, import via CSV file into Picktime. If you need to import customers, you can also export customers too. And they also have a sample file to make it easy for you to, organize the file based on the sample that they provide, so you can make sure you import those correctly if you are going to be importing and uploading customer data. Premium features would be to merge customers or block customers. You can also delete customers too. In terms of the overall services setup, so this is where you can set up, what you actually have to offer within your business. So you have the ability to do services. So like a haircut as an example, they have classes. So you can add class services, such, like a Zumba class or something like that, as well as, resources such as the rooms, grounds, projector, if you have certain resources within your setup. So if we're going to be adding like a service, so for example, again, most of you guys using this is probably set up with a service business. So you can go in here and edit the service that you're allowing to be, sold. You can set up the pricing here. So let's just say it's like, I don't know, $200, and it's a 1 hour session, something like that. And you can set up the service color. You can even add an image here too if you would like to do that. You can change the name, give it a description as well. You can also go to the team members and select, who has that. You can also select the location, so the business location, or if there's a client location, just so you have all that information there on the listing. Certain resources that you can add, you can also tag there on the service. So that's sort of like depends on how you're going to be, setting up your business. So we're going to go ahead and then save this information here on the sample service, and we're going back to services. So as you can see, we have $200 for 1 hour. You can also add different categories too, and as many services as you want here under different names, pricing and durations. You can all edit that here. You can also search through them. You can go ahead and add new classes too. So we're going to add maybe a fitness class or something like that. So we're going to do that there under the category. And then all we have to do is then click new class. So we're going to call this, I don't know, kickboxing or something like that, right? And let's just say it's, I don't know, $10 a class, maybe, pretty relatively cheap, I guess you could say. It's $10 per class for an hour, and there's like 20 class slots, something like that, right? You can go ahead and create that there, and then you can set the time, the start date. Now, the recurring aspect is a really nice premium feature in my opinion, but again, because this is just the free version, just showing you what it looks like. You also have the session time you can set here, so maybe it's at like, I don't know, maybe it is early. Let's just say 9 a.m. Then we're going to leave that there. We're going to go ahead and click save, and then as you can see here, there are 20 slots that are available for that session. Again, you can also add images here if you want to do that as well. And then next we're going to go here. So this is the actual booking page for your business. Now, again, this is on the free version, so there are ads here. Just bear that in mind on the free version of Picktime. But this is what it looks like here. Now, in terms of the business that I selected, as you can see here with like the weird fireworks and things like that, we'll get into that in just a moment. I put it as events and entertainment, and then we have the sample service here. So this is the booking page that will appear. You'll have your business email there, as well as your business logo. So this is actually what the booking page will look like. You have your services, you have your classes. So you have the kickboxing class, that's available there. In terms of booking the actual appointment, people can actually go in and select the booking time here on the actual appointment. Again, we haven't actually gone through all the different settings yet in Picktime, but I'm just showing you sort of like a general look at what it would look like before we've even completed everything here. Again, that's available for the booking page. Another thing here as well, if you select your address or city, it will also put the location of your business there as well, which is kind of nice, cool with the little Google map. Next, we have then, again, we have the resources, we have the team, so we're just going to leave that here. You can also add phone numbers too if you want to do that. You can add multiple locations. As you can see, we just currently just put Tampa. In terms of online booking, so this is where a lot of people would want to use this service. Again, like I showed you the public booking page link. Now you can edit this too to make it like a custom URL. We're just going to leave it as the detail or as the default. And then this is the page there. Now you can also link to this as like a book now button from your Instagram, Facebook pages and things like that. All you have to do is then just link it, and you can add that link there, via Facebook and Instagram. You can also add a booking button to your website. So if you copy like the little code here, it will then add this to your website. So you can embed a booking widget if you want to do something like that. So you can, add a little booking book now widget, and you can also, let people book directly from a Google My Business page. So you can, you'd have to obviously go in and actually verify a Google My Business page in order to show it from your business profile, but you can also link to it from there and directly have it set up in your business profile on Google through this setup here for online booking. So that's different if you're not going, this is if you're not going to just manage the bookings manually. This is so that people can, set up their own bookings in your business as well, just to save you some of the time. It just depends on how you want to set things up. You can also go in here and tweak a lot of the different information that's available for online bookings. So as far as like what information would be required, such as like their name, phone number, address, all those types of things as well. You can also add links to your social media. This is really for customizing this here, because this is just like the stock default version. This is what you would be editing here. If you want to add social media links, a banner, change the banner image, adds a different title, description, things like that. If you want to show prices or, some of those features, obviously these are premium features, some of these aspects. You also have a terms and conditions page, a welcome message, all these kind of things that you can then go ahead and add here. So that's what the online booking setup looks like. You can also go in here and under your general settings, this is where you can change the currency. You can add a separate website link if you want to link out to that. Again, this is the calendar setting that we went through prior to this. If you do want to change the hours, the first hour that appears within the setup there. In terms of the plans, again, we are just on the free version here, which is up to 3 users. Again, if you have more classes, locations, things like that, where you do need like an extra sync, then of course they do have the starter and the pro version. The free version is still pretty robust in terms of the fact that you can still accept payments with PayPal. You set up your online booking page, and you have the different apps and integrations, which we'll get into in just a moment as far as what the other parts of the Picktime do have to offer. Again, you can save money on the yearly versus monthly. Again, the pricing is always subject to change depending on when you're watching this video. In terms of notifications, you can also customize a lot of notifications. Now, this is primarily premium as far as sending additional notifications beyond like the standard ones, but in the standard free version, you're still sending, an email to a customer when something's booked, rescheduled, canceled, when a resource is booked, obviously, as well as the appointments, or a class is confirmed. You will have to enable that manually here but you do have the ability to do that. Some of the premium things are if it's pending or declined, or sending SMS messages. Those are also premium texts to send the text notifications. So do bear that in mind. And they do have a limit. Obviously, it's a spam measure here. You probably wouldn't run into that, but I know a lot of you guys are looking for the different softwares. Yes, it does send notifications, and you can select them here. Going into your user profile, again, this is just for the actual page, and this is the closed date section. This is important for like major holidays, things like that. Maybe during Christmas time, or depending on the different holidays you may celebrate in your country or your state, or just your own personal holidays. You can go in and add close dates either for specific people or for the overall business. So that is important there, just so that you're not accidentally getting bookings at times when you're not even open or available. In terms of reports, as you can see here, you can really get into all the details as far as what's being booked in the booking summary, seeing things that are fully paid, canceled bookings, services, approved bookings, the summary. So you can really get into the different details as far as what's been shown here. You can also print it and export it. In the report section, you also have the payment and sales section. Now, like I said before, on the free version, PayPal is the only payment processor available on the free version. And I have a whole other video as well going through different payment processing platforms. Again, I highly would recommend PayPal, Stripe, or Square. Really, any of these three are pretty good setups. I'd say my favorite out of these three is probably Stripe, but realistically, Square, Stripe, and PayPal are all still great. I do use PayPal quite a bit in my own business as well. So, any of these three are good options. Now, depending on like how much your overall sales volume is in terms of processing fees and like that, you will save money with more volume with these. So as far as a payment gateway, it does just depend on how much volume you're sending through as far as what kind of discounts you can get with them. Again, that's more on an individualized basis as far as which one to pick over the other. I'd recommend contacting them individually maybe as far as which one might be the best choice for you if you are going to go with the premium version. Again, on the free version of Picktime, it is just PayPal that is available. And PayPal is a pretty popular option, again, that is available for most people, and most people know how to use a PayPal account and a PayPal business account as well. So pretty easy. I'm not going to be going through the sign up process of connecting a PayPal account here, but that is where you would do it to add your payment gateway, and then you can easily accept payments on your business. Now, to accept payments, again, your customers don't necessarily have to be using PayPal either. They can use like a credit card, or if they have PayPal, they can use PayPal, but they can also pay with credit card and other things like that as well, even through the PayPal payment gateway. You also have invoicing and transactions obviously appear there, as well as the, if you want to edit the sequence start number on the invoice, but that's where you set up the payment integration there. As far as other integrations, obviously you have your payment gateways like PayPal, and then Square and Stripe are premium payment gateways. You also have the ability to set up booking widgets. So again, if you already have a website, which I mentioned, WordPress, Weebly, Wix, Squarespace, Those are popular CMSs I just did on my other CMS video that I do recommend a lot of these different platforms. Again, they also have Joomla and Drupal and other CMSs available if you do want to connect those too. So if you do want to set up booking widgets, again, maybe for a WordPress website or something like that, you can do that here as well. You can also connect your Google Calendar, Outlook Calendar, Exchange Calendar, or iCloud Calendar there too. Now, two-way calendar sync is a premium feature, but you can at least connect it to make sure that your appointments, if you do have other things in your life that need to connect from a Google calendar, you can sync it with Picktime as well to make sure that things aren't being blocked up. You also have video meetings. Now, a lot of these are paid ones, but they do have, in terms of the premium version, they do have a Jitsi Meet, which is available for doing video meetings that you can go ahead and add. So you can do video meetings, but if you do want to use, at least on Picktime, if you do want to use like Google Meet, Zoom, or those, then those are on the premium version. You do also have email marketing tools such as MailChimp that you can connect. Again, some of the other CRM softwares, pretty much all of them except for HubSpot, are premium. You also have Google Analytics, Facebook Pixel. If you're going to be doing like remarketing and things like that, you can set that up there too if you want to do that as well, just to get more insights into your business. So yeah, those are all the different integrations that Picktime has. And that is pretty much, Picktime in a nutshell. As you can see, we do have the one booking so to speak, that I had set in the tester. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much is in a nutshell Picktime. Again, you can go in and, add multiple businesses in here too if you want. And, go in and play around with settings, make sure your company logo is in there. As well. But yeah, Picktime is a pretty flexible platform. Again, I do like that they have, multiple different types of appointments and services that you can add. Now, it's not necessarily the prettiest booking app compared to maybe some of the other ones that I've used, but again, sometimes it comes down to, function over the form and look and feel of things at times. If it has the functionality based on what I showed you today, then maybe it would make sense to use Picktime. Otherwise, maybe continue searching and maybe look at some of the other software I mentioned in other videos. But again, guys, hope you found this tutorial helpful, taking a look at the overview of Picktime, what is available within it, and how to get started with it. Again, as you can see here, you can set up the different bookings and times and classes and things like that, even just all on the free version. So it is a pretty powerful software. Again, guys, if you found this video helpful, then be sure to smash that like button, hit the subscribe button as well, and notification bell so you're notified whenever I upload a new video. Anyway, guys, that was all for today's video, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out.